All right. Right, out and about here in nice warm Australia, catching up with Arna Donnelly. Hello, Arna.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Very well. It's not that warm here in Romsey, is it?
No, it's not actually.
Yeah, over here in Australia, you brought a couple of horses over. But firstly, have you been over to Australia before?
Yeah, I lived in Sydney for a couple of years, going back probably 20 years ago. Drove a few winners and trained a couple at the end of my time, and then went back home. So first time I've been back really.
As a trainer, this is your first time back?
Yes. Yeah.
Who were you driving for?
Oh, back there I worked for David Caffin and Dick and Jenny Kane, and just sort of got drives here and there, and drove 20 or 25 winners I think, and ended up training a few of my own and mucking around. So it was quite good.
Are you a Kiwi? Like, I know it's going to sound silly, but are you a Kiwi, born Kiwi?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So. Definite true Kiwi, All Black supporter.
Well, there's plenty of Aussies that do that anyway. You're over here, you brought a couple of horses over. Firstly, Kango, he's drawn terrible tomorrow night, but I think it's great that you brought like a serious racehorse like he is. What are your plans with him?
Yeah, hey, look, it was a shock and draw, but we had to start somewhere and was always going to draw bad with those conditions. But so his plan's just to get some good hard racing behind him. Thought we could probably do that better here than we can back home. Obviously his big aim is to get back home for the New Zealand Cup, but if he's going good enough and everything's going well, we'd like to have a crack at the Victoria Cup as well. So
the New Zealand Cup, it's definitely still on the radar. It's just trying to get him fit. You and I were talking before off camera. You could take him down south to race some of the horses, but you're off a handicap there and you're always chasing. We're here, the mobile, and he's a better suited horse to those mobile start races.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a good standing start horse too, but it's probably something I've always wanted to do, come over here with a horse and have a horse probably good enough to be competitive in those sort of races. So I thought we'd have a crack at it. My
first meeting, one with you and also with him, was the Kaikoura Cup, which is actually coming up. But he is a serious racehorse. I think a lot of the Aussies might not know exactly how good he is, but he's beat horses like Self Assured, Akuta. He beat Akuta in the Kaikoura Cup that day. He made the grins. He is a fair dinkum racehorse, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's probably not the real best one out there, but I'd like to think this year is even better. He seems to have matured a lot, and he's a big horse, so he might have filled into his body a bit more. And hopefully this year he might be his year.
How hard is it for the Aussies to get a head around chasing and lining up? I think your last four starts, I think you got Self Assured, Akuta, and Copy That, all in your form. You've either beaten them or they've beaten you. I mean, how hard is it to rock up every week into a smaller pool than what we probably get to appreciate here in Australia?
Oh, it's pretty tough, and it's tough racing too. Even though they're small fields, are still running, and they're racing really good horses. I've got a respect for them, and every now and then you get a bit of a slice of the cake, which is good. But it is hard work.
Tomorrow night, as you said, he'll benefit from the run. I mean, you draw. They gave you the visitors' draw, even if you had to draw there. It doesn't matter. They still gave it to you.
They did, yeah.
Chris Alford on, so he'll give you plenty of good feedback. Yeah,
hopefully. Chris is going to drive him this week, and I'm not sure whether David Butcher will come over from New Zealand to drive him. We'll just sort of play that by ear, see how he's going over the next couple of starts. So there's plenty of good drivers here, and they know the tracks well. So we'll utilise those for the time being.
Because we're here at Lily's, and Chris is on his way to North America straight after that, so which will be exciting for him. You've also brought a trotter out with you?
Yeah, a little 3-year-old filly. She did a good job in New Zealand. She's second in the New Zealand, the Northern Oaks, and fifth in the Northern Derby up there. So she comes only one win horse, so she comes over here well rated, and she's paid up for Need for Speed, and she'll probably go to the Oaks, and then she'll stay here with Lou and Trace and race on through Breeders' Crown and what have you too. So so they'll get a nice wee trotter to play around with after me.
What's her name?
Virginia Clowes.
Yeah, the hardest part over here at the minute is some good 3-year-old fillies, good 3-year-olds, and they all tend to be fillies at the minute, so that part is going to be tough. How many horses you train back home?
Sit around about 27, 28. We've just turned a few out while come over here, and a lot of yearlings and young ones. So got a nice team there at home as well. So.
And some positive news for New Zealand just recently, which has got to be good for everyone. I know when I was out there for the Grins, things weren't quite as positive, I suppose. There was a downturn in stake money, but good to see things on the up. Good for the industry as a whole.
Yeah, it is. Like we needed that sort of boost. Still hard. We need to keep the horses in New Zealand to keep the fields. It's just a vicious circle that keeps going round. But stakes are a big help. And racing at Cambridge, the stakes have gone up a bit more there too. So which is great.
You're based in Cambridge, or what is it called, Waikato Bay of Plenty. Sometimes when you look it up, you can't find Cambridge. It's one that got me, and I mean it's a big growth area. It's there's a lot goes on there, but there's probably a lot still needs to be done because I mean housing, people want to live in that area. It's a very picturesque place, and it gets harder for you guys training horses and that. So there's some, I suppose, still some reality checks for everyone involved to keep people like yourselves and that in the industry and keep growing it there in that area.
Oh, absolutely. Like David Brant's the CEO of Cambridge. He's done a really good job there. He's sort of onto it. Like if Pukekohe have sold and what have you, then he's sort of trying to plan to make room for them if anyone wanted to come down our way. And I think he's got some good ideas on the table, which hopefully he can put into progress, and things will look good for our club anyway.
It is funny, I've been there and a few people can be negative, I suppose, from time to time. Some very, very positive people in New Zealand. It's one thing I do enjoy about going across there, and you need that though.
Oh yeah, you got to be positive. Like if everyone was negative, we may as well not do it. May as well not even have the horses. So I think we've got to be positive and try and see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel with how things are going.
Thank you. Thanks for bringing him across here. I think it's going to be great for Victorian and our racing over here, and I think he should get in the Victoria Cup. I might be wrong, but a couple of nice races, and then back to Addington, and then you never know, you might bring him back here for the summer carnival where it will be a little bit warmer than today.
Yeah, maybe we might even stop off at Kaikoura and see if we can keep the cup at our place.
Are you going to go back for that? You hopefully be back.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see how we go anyway, but it's on the way down from, we fly back into Auckland and we've got to travel that way, so we could stop off and have a couple of crayfish and a drink or two at Kaikoura. You
did that last year, you had a bit of fun. It was good to see, actually. It was my first taste of it. I won't be there this year. I'm not going to go back for it this year, but I will be there for the New Zealand Cup. I think it's going to be awesome carnival and that as well. So thank you, and good luck for the carnival. Good luck while you're here. It's not actually a carnival, but good luck while you're here.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.